Good morning from day 3 on the trail. Still at Indian Bar here. Slept usual last night, no critters or anything like that. It was nice and peaceful in the shelter. My feet are already wet from walking up to take in that view from the porta pot, but everything's a little moist out here. The shelter was dry, but even my bear bag hung up behind the shelter was a little wet. So today, like I said, day 3, gonna push myself a little more. I think it's 10.6 to Maple Creek Campground. I got a little bit of up, I think less than 1,000 feet, but then I have like 2,000 plus downhill today. So hopefully my knees will be able to handle it. The skies are looking beautiful right now, so hopefully we'll be able to get into camp before any weather. Like I said earlier, I don't think we'll have any clouds or any weather till maybe Saturday. So should be a good day. So let's get at it. All right, so this morning is going to start with an uphill right out of camp here as soon as I get across the creek. Have a climb, not sure how big of a climb it is, but it is a climb this morning. That's okay, I'm starting a little cold, so that'll warm me up. Looking back down, the group shelter is right there. Pretty morning. Climb's been up, as all climbs are, enough to warm me up. Climbed up high enough to get up in the early morning light. It's beautiful. A nice view of that whole basin I was in. I believe this up here, from what I saw on the maps, is a glacier. I'm not going to take a chance that its name is a big long one beginning with an O, but pretty sure that is a glacier. Just popped up this part of the climb. I got a really nice view. It's hard to see through here, but that I believe is Mount Adams. Right ahead of me there. Just completed the steepest climb so far. It wasn't long, maybe a quarter mile or so, but it's pretty steep, gained a lot of elevation. I might be at the high point from today. I'm at about 900 feet total elevation gain, which is, I think, about what I have to do. So if it is, the rest of the day should be downhill, which doesn't necessarily make it easy, especially on my knees, but we'll see. This downhill descent so far hasn't been too bad. It's been nice gentle grade, so my knees are doing well, but it is beautiful out there. I am 3 miles in for today, and I decided it's about time I should take a break and have some breakfast. I didn't eat any this morning. I usually am not hungry when I leave the trail, so 3 miles in I thought was pretty good. I got about 500 calories, or I'm going to try to get about 500 in. I had a Bobo's, peanut butter and grape jelly, some fruit snacks, and I got a Justin's nut butter I'm going to try to get down as well. That'll keep me going. My next goal is Nickel Creek Campground, or just before it. There's some water. It's another 3 miles. I'll try to get some water there, and I'm only going to carry probably 1 liter from there to camp because I think it's only 4 miles. So we'll rest here a little bit longer. My feet are really wet this morning from all the dew on the plants I've walked through, so maybe I'll try to air those out this next break as well. We'll see you in a little bit. Just past my first backpackers today. Actually passed some day hikers just before I took my break there. They said they came from the trailhead, and I didn't realize there was a trailhead parking lot out here somewhere. Apparently there is, but the hikers I saw reminded me that I got to pay attention tomorrow as I'm leaving Maple Creek. There's a washout area, and the girl I talked to said it wasn't marked really good from their direction. She took a little tumble in it, but she said from my direction it should be marked much better, so I gotta keep my eye out for that tomorrow. This has been the biggest blowdown I've come to on a trail. Luckily there's a little stump on the other side, so I was able to zip up on that and just slide right over that. Not too bad, but that's a big tree. You're not cutting through that easily. I'm about 5.7 miles from camp, and this up here, right here, and then a little ingrove here is the first water I've seen on trail all day. I see a little bridge up here, so there might be another one. There's supposed to be some closer to Nickel Creek Camp as well, but it's been dry out of Indian bars, so make sure you bring water. I think it's neat as you're hiking through all these trees and you're kind of in the shadows, and all of a sudden you get a break in the tree cover and you get something lit up like this here. Just like a spotlight shining down it. Really pretty. Just made it to the Nickel Creek Camp. I don't think I'm going to go back. I hear some water running down here. I'll probably go down to water. Take a good break there for 40 minutes or so, hopefully. Try to get in a liter of water and some electrolytes into me. Give me a little boost for the last 4 miles or so to camp. So far, I'm doing really good, though. I am just getting ready to go for my lunch stop. Took a nice 40 minutes here. Kind of in this shady area here. There was a nice stream right behind me. Actually managed to get some food in, which kind of surprised me. I was a little hungry. So I got about 4 miles to camp, and it's only like 10:40. So plenty of time. I'm in no rush, but we'll enjoy it. Here we go. Nice bridge going over the stream that I got my water from during lunch. I like these bridges. Really good tread on here, flat and then kind of etched out a little bit to give you some better traction. I doubt I'm able to capture the beauty, but just the light coming through these forests is just amazing. Probably this will do it no justice, but it's just so peaceful. Makes me happy. I start feeling like I'm really out there in the middle of nowhere, and then I'm coming down this hill and there's probably a road 150, 200 yards that way. I can hear the cars going by. Passed a bunch of people today, just passed a couple volunteer rangers, patrol. They checked my pass. But seen more people today than I've seen so far. I think there's a couple trailheads that people can get easy access to. So we're at the Box Canyon of Cowlitz River, maybe? I don't know. There's where I'm seeing stuff with some trash cans. Maybe I'll go down and drop some trash off if I get down there. Can hear it really pushing water underneath this. Take a look here at the bridge. Wow. Woo-hoo. Coming up on another beautiful river crossing. I could see from above, once we get up here, you're gonna be able to see that murky glacial fed water, kind of the blue-gray murky. Not so much there, looking upstream. If you look here, you can see that real pretty kind of bluish water. The red berries on this tree really stood out from a ways away. Very shocking, very bright in the otherwise green forest. I believe this plant right here is the Devil's Club or Devil's Thumb, something like that. Different than the one I just showed you a little bit ago. This is known for its spines. Success, I've made it to Maple Creek. Looks like sites 1 through 4 where I'm gonna be staying tonight are straight ahead, so let's go take a look at that. Little group site and toilet that way. Bummer, I have to come back here in the morning, take care of business.
Looks like I am the first person into camp again, so I get my choice. One was okay, it was great to start. Two was pretty close to the bear pole, excuse me. Three was nice, but had a little dip. And if it rained, I know what that means. So came up to number 4 here, and I'm pretty sure this is where I'm gonna stay. It's a nice site. Here's number 4. Do have some bugs, flies, I think. People did warn me about that, but this is a nice site, so I think we're gonna make this home for the night. Right behind my camp here, somebody created this little, I don't know if it's supposed to be a person or just a cairn or what it is, but it's pretty cool. It looks like that black rock is counter basalt, kind of like I saw at Devil's Post Pile around Red Meadows and the JMT, and also there's a bunch up in Yellowstone, can't remember what it's called there, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. There's some of my camp too. I'll try to take some video or pictures of those as well. Here's looking at some of these just stacked right outside, right by my camp here. But yeah, they look very columnar to me. And since we are in a volcanic area, that is, my guess, is what it is. You can see there's my whole tent set up, camp set up right there. The one bad thing about getting in an early start in the morning is that I get to camp early, which is nice because I get to choose my campsite, being the first one here. But then I have a bunch of hours to kill. I don't want a nap. Actually, I do want a nap, but I'm not going to because then I won't sleep tonight. And it's kind of boring. I'm trying not to use a lot of battery in my phone right now, so I'm not using that too much. A lot of sitting, which is fine. I should probably reflect, but I'm not much of a reflective person at the current moment. So yeah, got a lot of time in camp. Tomorrow I think is only 6.7 miles, so not very far again. I can sleep in a little bit more, but I want to get there early. Once again, not to hike in the heat of the day. I think I have like 2,000 feet of elevation gain, so the earlier I can get that done, the better it'll be. So it's about 4 o'clock now. I'm going to try to wait another half hour to an hour to eat dinner, and then I don't mind going to bed early, but even then, 12 hours in the tent is a long time. I'm in here now to avoid the flies. I was outside a little bit earlier, put my pants on, and stayed out there until they drove me nuts. So now I'm in here for a little bit. Well, I'm going to call it a day for filming after this. It was a great day. I'm glad to see that I could do the miles, no problem. I probably could have gone 3-4 more miles pretty easy, maybe even 5 or 6 if I had to. But I got here early. Like I said, the worst thing about getting here early is just time to kill. I'm trying not to be on my phone. I don't want to kill the battery. What surprised me, I did hear some horns beeping occasionally, some car noises. So once again, I think we're parallel to the road, a little farther than I was near that Box Canyon area. But I can still hear some. I went down to clean up my dishes just a little bit ago, and there are 2 other people that I saw. I didn't know about the group tent. One of the folks were a guy I talked to last night. So I'm about ready to call it a night, go into bed, do some reading. I got to pump 2 liters of water first, I guess, and get ready for first thing in the morning. I don't need to get up early. It's only 7 miles. It's like 4.5 to Reflection Lakes, which I hiked around before I started the trail. And then after that, it's less than, I think, under 2 miles to it. So no big hurry tomorrow. I can take my time, do whatever I want. Be nice to yogi some soda at Reflection Lakes, but I doubt that's going to happen. So we'll see. Might even get some cell signal. I can actually call home tomorrow. We'll see. But until then, guys, as long as nothing exciting comes up, I will talk to you tomorrow morning. Take care. Day 4. I just left Maple Creek. Packed up. Oh, it didn't take me as long as yesterday. The pack's getting easier to pack with a little food in it. Today I am a short day, 6.7 miles, I think, to get me up to Paradise. Probably not going to film quite as much today. I am down to 70% on my phone, and that's all I have. My battery ran out last night, so I just got to get through today, and then tomorrow to Longmire, where I have another battery pack waiting there. I'm also going to try to charge my 10,001, so that'd give me 30,000 going forward for the next 7 days, which should be plenty. 20,000 should get me through, but 10,000 extra, I can listen to my book on tape and maybe even watch a movie. So last night went pretty good. Well, not really. I never sleep good out here. It took me a while to fall asleep. It was dark finally when I got to sleep. I went out I don't know, about 10 o'clock, I'm guessing, to take care of business. And stars were out, really pretty. So I looked at them for a little bit. Never got too cold. One thing I'm noticing here is I'm noticing the humidity. I feel kind of clammy all the time. I just don't know if that's because I'm so used to dry Colorado and it's moist out here or something else is going on. But anyways, here we go. We'll see you down the trail. Talked to somebody this morning, and these are salmon berries. I just tried one. Pretty good, little tart. My pace this morning is been a little slowed down by the abundance of those salmon berries that are ripe. Oh, they are very good. There's some thimbleberries as well. I'm not a big a fan of those, but the salmon berries, very, very yummy. Bit bushy through here. All right, I'm coming up to the washout area here. Just talked to a park employee a little bit ago, and he said it was the bypass was a little treacherous, the direct route really treacherous. We'll see. The guy last night, park ranger, didn't think it was too bad. Looks like it goes way down here. I'm not sure if I'll videotape or not. Looking up the first part I came down, kind of came here, what around there. Pretty steep, a little loose. Just relied on the poles and took it easy. So now I gotta work my way down here and around. That must be the washout area up there. Just got passed by a guy. We took 4 nights to do this trail. Damn. Now I'm down to the river bottom. Gonna follow this. Eventually probably have to climb back up and out of here. You can see a hiker up there starting to ascend back up the trail. I just made it back up to the trail. The hats off to those trail builders. The ascent up the rocks was pretty good. They actually put in a trail there nice and flat, so not too bad. I did have a couple of rocks that were a little wobbly. But other than that, it was really good. It was a hot ascent out there in the sun. I hope it'll be in the shade for a little while here. Let's keep going down the trail. I can feel the breeze coming off the falls, coming down this canyon. No mist. That feels nice here. It looks like now I'm coming up on a road crossing. I have to pay attention to see which way I'm supposed to go. Looks like across the street. And 1.6 miles to Reflection Lakes. Ooh, moving slow today. I came up to the road just a little bit ago and turned right and have to cross it. And now I'm kind of paralleling the road to my left here, and to my right is Louise Lake, which is just down from Reflection Lake. So I'm almost there. Planning to take another break at Reflection Lake. I know I just took one, but it was in the plans for the day. I'm in a hurry, so why not enjoy as long as it's not too crowded. Looking down on Louise Lake, for some reason in my mind I had that almost connected to Reflection Lakes, but I guess not, because I've been climbing. Still a little more. I think I'm getting close. This climb up to Reflection Lakes is taking it on me. I keep having to stop and take breathers. It's not overly steep at all, but it is pretty constant. It's kind of a theme here. Oh, should have done more cardio. Just made it out to the road, and look at Rainier today. She is beautiful. All nice and sky blue, no clouds so far. Excellent. Made my way down between the two parking areas, Reflection Lake. Got a beautiful view of the mountains, so I'm gonna take a break for a while. I'm in no hurry, as I keep saying, and have some lunch, even though I just ate, but I'm hungry, and see what's up. Nice view of Reflection Lake here. Had a nice little stop at Reflection Lake there for some lunch. Just heading out of the area now. Looks like I have 2.3 miles into Paradise Creek, and I believe it's generally downhill, so hopefully it should be easy. It just means it's uphill some other time, but for right now we'll take the downhill in the camp. See what there's ahead. All right, I'm almost to camp. I'm gonna take a little side trip here to Narada Falls Trail. Somebody I talked to in camp this morning said it was well worth it. I can hear it, sounds great. That short little side quest was well worth it. One of the prettiest falls I've seen so far. Beautiful rainbow at the bottom. I'm hoping that came out on video. Okay, sign said 0.7 miles to camp. Now this is a pretty stout wilderness bridge, if I might say so. All right, I made it to camp here at Paradise River Camp. Pulled in a little after 1 o'clock. This is a little bit uphill from the trail. Definitely farther from water than any other site so far. It's probably it's definitely my least favorite site so far. There's 3 sites here in a group site. I'm sitting at number 2 right now, debating if I'm gonna go back to number 1. 6-1, half a dozen or other. This is closer to the toilet. The other one's closer to the water and the bear bag. So maybe might be worth going down to 1. I don't know. I'm the first person here again, so I'll ponder for a minute or two and then make my decision. So I ended up at campsite 1. I don't know if I said this earlier. I decided I'd rather not carry 5 liters of water up to campsite 2, but I'll walk up in the morning to go to the bathroom. It's a not bad site. Like I said, tucked in the forest here. So not too bad. I'm not sure what time I got in, but I ended up going down to the river and hanging out for a while. So yeah, once I got into camp, I decided I was gonna go down to the river after I wrote in my journal. Went down there, rinsed off, washed off, got feeling better. Got a bunch of water for this evening, and then Steven and his friend Heather, who I met 2 days ago, and then camped with somewhat yesterday at Maple Creek. We're down there, and so we all chatted for about, I don't know, an hour or two. It was nice to talk to some people. So we were able to do that, and then came up to make dinner. I had Mexican chicken and rice tonight, which was pretty good. Put a couple of Cholulas in there, it's pretty good. But what I did discover is I think I left my spoon on that bridge at Maple Creek last night. I don't have it anywhere, but luckily I watched enough prison shows that I used my plastic bottle and I carved a spoon out of that, and I'm gonna make a spare one. We get into Longby tomorrow, so hopefully I can find one in the store, or maybe from the dining area, something like that. But it's getting, I don't know, probably 6:30, so sun's starting to go down. Hopefully it's a little cooler night than last night. It was really hot last night and I felt muggy, but I feel good tonight. I got cleaned off. Only 3 miles into Longmire tomorrow, and then I think it's 4 miles from there to Devil's Dream. So we'll probably get a 6 o'clock start or something like that, so I can get in fairly early, have plenty of time. The big thing is finding some place to charge my battery, so that way I can walk out of there with 30,000 milliwatts. If I can't charge it, I'll probably just leave it behind. I don't need that extra weight, and I can always replace it. All right, so that was today. It was a good one. I think we did 23 to 2,700 feet elevation gain, which I was slow on a lot of it. I had to take breaks, but I did it. So the big day that we'll have coming up is only another 1,400 feet on top of that. So I hope I can do that. I think in the future, if I were to do this, I'd start closer to the Mowich side, which I tried to do this time, and tackle those big climbs early in the hike. That way I don't have them weighing on my mind. It's going to be my second and third to last days that I have to do those back to back. So shouldn't worry about that. That's future problems, right? All right, so we'll call that a night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully I have some battery to record on the way into Mowich tomorrow. Take care.